Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of our little English Flyff video series. Today I'm updating you on the latest stuff that happened in my stream while, as I told you last episode, there's a 3x experience event and drop rate event going on, which is pretty important to use. Just play and get a lot of stuff done while the event is going on, just because it gets it is way easier to achieve anything, no matter what it is, while the event is going on, as if it was not going on, because you get 3x the XP rate and 3x the drop rate you normally do. And yeah, so currently I'm level 83, as you can see, and I just stopped streaming a few hours ago with or while collecting the first office quest items from the Darken Desert, which is Grill Bandage and Dump Tires, and I'm almost done with that. We can't finish those quests though, because those are for a higher level. Grill is for 87 and Dump is for 90, I think. Yeah, 90. So yeah, we can't finish those, but I'm still collecting them already because of the 3x drop event. It's really easy and it is really fast to collect those quest items while the event is going on, just because the 3x drop rate, obviously. So it's very easy to complete those office quests, and in the long run you get way more experience from those than if you would normally kill monsters in your level area, where you would maybe get more money or more item drops, because you have a higher mob kills per minute rate. I don't know how to say that. Because you kill more monsters per minute, because there's a better because you're leveling in a better area, which is better for farming in general. But in my opinion, when there's a drop event like that happening, it's really smart to collect those quest items, because I'm already collecting quest items. I've already collected loot chest from Luya, which is for level 90, I think. Small Luya should be 90, yeah. So I already have those, and I'm not even close to 90. So when we hit 90 and when we get way less XP than we now do, then I can just complete a quest and get 20% for totally free. And I think that's absolutely worth it. And it also took me like around 15 minutes on average to collect those quest items. I collected everything from Spore probably. Not really sure. For everything from Mashpoi to Luya, and now I also have Dump Tire completed with 45, and now we only need 16 more Grill Bandage, and then we have all the quest items for the next 10 levels or so. And yeah, I think that's pretty good, and it's only that was only possible because of that 3x drop rate event, because otherwise I wouldn't be able, or I wouldn't even have finished the Rennigan or maybe tank cask quest from the Watanka. So yeah, pretty nicely. So that was mainly what I was doing today. Well, I obviously leveled up a little bit more. I think the last stream ended with level 80. Yeah, 80 I think. And now we ended with 83 and some percentage, and also collected all those quest items. Then when it comes to the equipment, you probably see some changes. One is just a visual effect, because I dropped a historic axe, and because they're pretty much worthless, because nobody wears historic anymore. It's just useless, because its effects are way worse than Lusaka, for example, and everybody knows that pretty much. So it's only useful as a skin, and because it's only worth 50,000 penya at the NPC, I thought about skinning it or transmuting my weapon to it, so it appears as a historic axe, and now it does, and I think that looks pretty nice. I like the historic axe. I was always a fan of it from this design point of view. So yeah, I enjoy having that skin now, because I don't really like Lusaka. I think the Lusaka skin series, all 10 weapons are... I mean, they aren't bad, but there's something about them I just don't like. Maybe it's the color. It's probably the color. I don't really like it being all green. I mean, the historic X is also greenish, but not really. It's most of it is blue. It has a little bit of, like, I don't know what that is. Some brown, gray, grayish, yellowish, I don't know. I mean, it fits the same color scheme, like, it doesn't really stand out that much from the green and stuff, but I still don't really like it, so yeah. Exactly, but that was just a visual effect, as I said, or a visual change, and for the equipment change, we have huge ones. No, just kidding, not really. I have 2 demolition earrings plus 3. I dropped both of them and upgrade them to level 3 or plus 3. I think it sounds weird when I say it in English, plus 3. So excuse me if I use some other words to describe it, but I think most of you will get what I'm saying. So yeah, and I bought another Vigor Ring plus 18, which gives us another 31 STR, which isn't that much, but it actually helps because my damage isn't really that good yet. So every little bit helps getting that kill time up by a little bit. And yeah, so that was pretty much everything that changed. I'm having, right now I have 135 million penya, so I'm pretty rich right now. For real though, I'm pretty rich. And yeah, I'm not really sure what I want to spend, so I'm not really sure what the next goal is. I think it would be smart to get Demolition Earrings plus 12, because the ones I saw already in shops or in the vendor were between 100 and 150 million penya, which is, I think, also... I mean, it's not that cheap, but I think it's still reasonable, because jewelry is always way more... way rarer than... way more rare, sorry. Way more rare than weapons, for example. Jewelry is just really rare to drop, so that explains the way higher price than, for example, Lusaka's eggs. So I think if I get 2 demolition earrings for maximum 150 million each, so 300 million or 3 pair in total, I think that should be fine. And the reason why I'm not wanting to buy a demolition earring plus 18 yet, at least, is that they cost around 1. I mean, maybe I buy one if it's like very cheap for around like something, maybe 800 million or something like that. Then that would be a really good deal. But most of them are for 10 paren or more. And the reason why I'm like not really wanting to buy a demolition earring plus 18 anymore is just because when you think of it, a demolition earring plus 12 gives you 105 additional damage. A demolition earring plus 18 gives you 275, which is of course way more. It's 170 more, yes. But you pay for the demolition plus 12, you pay, I mean, most of them are gone by now, sadly. So the only one in the market right now is for 200 million, but still that is very cheap, because when you calculate it down to like what you pay for 1 additional damage point, the demolition earring plus 12 is way better for your money. So you get way more damage for every penya you spend, in a sense. And right now this character is like, I mean, I have 0 equipment. I really have to look on what I'm spending my money on, because it has to be like at least not the stupidest choice I can make, so I'm not stumbling and struggling to gain more money, to gain more levels, to gain more equipment. So I have to make smart investments, in a sense. And yeah, so I have to think about what is the best step. So right now I'm really stepping away from the demolition plus 18, which I wanted to buy in the first place. That was pretty much the first item which I saw was like, wow, demolition plus 18 for 1 for 10 paren, which is really cheap. I thought, but now I'm really thinking about if it's really that wise of a decision. I mean, sooner or later I probably need to buy one, or two better, but right now I'm really more into looking for either garnet rings or groom rings, because those are really good. They give a lot more additional damage than the demolition earrings give, and yeah, they're just the better item when it comes to rarity and exclusivity. So I'm really more into those. And also I don't have any fashion, my cloak only gives speed and HP, I don't have a mask, so there are really other things which I should focus on maybe, because while 170 was it? Yeah, 170 additional damage is of course pretty nice. It's not a huge deal, but it's also not nothing. It gives you a fair amount of damage, of course, but comparing it to something like 10% attack or 10% PvE damage or something like that, then it becomes a little bit not irrelevant, but yeah, just it just fades out. 170 additional damage isn't that much. Like, it's okay, it's good, but it's not like 10% attack or 10% PvE damage or something like that. So I would rather get those stats through my fashion or something like that, or maybe look at it, look into the market, what's available, what you can buy, what you can't buy because it's too expensive, or what is just like the common fashion which people are wearing on the server and stuff like that. So I have to look a little bit into that. And also that was one thing which I said in my stream, which I really liked for myself. So a little bit of ego pushing here, but I said, how do I phrase this correctly? I said, like, I pretty much have nothing, so I have no weapons. I have no, I have weapons. I have a set. I have jewelry, but it's all very, very, very basic. It's very, very bad. It's very, very cheap. It's not really good. So I pretty much need everything in a better version. Better jewelry, fashion in general, in the first place, better set, better weapons and a better set. So pretty much the best thing would probably be check the market, check the player shops, check what people are selling or even buying maybe. Maybe I have something that someone wants to buy and I can like kind of resell something, but that's really that important. It goes more for buying. Just keep an eye on the market, look what people are selling, and when there's a good opportunity, when there's a really good deal to make, like someone is really trashing the equipment out because they need a lot of money in a really short amount of time, so they are selling the equipment for a way lower price than they usually would do if they had more time, or if they wouldn't need any money. Look for those opportunities would be the best thing, and yeah, strike for those deals, pretty much. That was what I said, in a sense. I mean, I'm not really good at translating like word for word, because then it wouldn't really make much sense probably. But yeah, so when there's a good opportunity, maybe a set, maybe fashion, maybe a mask, maybe a cloak, maybe jewelry, whatever. If I have the money and if I see the opportunity to make a good deal, then I'm probably gonna make it. So what I basically want to say is, I'm talking about the theory right now, which I want to make, or which purchases I want to make, which stuff I'm looking into. Maybe I'm buying that, maybe I'm buying that. But I'm just saying, it could be the case that there's a good deal coming around the corner, and if I see that, I'm probably going to make that deal. So maybe I'm talking now about demolition earrings plus 12 and stuff like that, but maybe there's a guy selling a awakened low tier equipment or low level equipment which has really good awakenings and sockets, which is just not upgraded or something like that, for 10 Perrin or something like that, because it just needs a lot of money. And I'm thinking like, wow, that must have took like 1,000 to 10,000 awakenings. Also there's like 4 sockets, 40% attack or something like that, and he's selling it for 10 Perrins. What the hell, is that a good deal? So I'm probably going to make it, if that opportunity comes. So just that you know, it can be the case that I'm talking about buying jewelry, and in the next episode I'm running around with a new set. I'm just telling you that could be the case, because I'm just looking for good opportunities, and if there's a good deal to make, I'm 100% going to do it. Which is, in this case, when you have like pretty much nothing and you need everything, the best way to go at it. Because sure, there are things which are probably going to have more impact on your damage, have more impact on your gameplay than others. But still, when you need everything, it doesn't really matter if you go for jewelry first, or a better set first, or weapons. Well, weapons don't really make sense because I'm low level. So if I buy Ancient Axe now, which is very expensive, I can't buy that. It's clean for like 60 Paran or something like that. It's really, really expensive. So I couldn't even buy it in the first place. But even if I would buy it, then I couldn't even wear it because I'm way too low for it. So that really wouldn't make any sense. So of course I'm not going to do that, except for it's a really, really good deal. But it's probably not going to happen. That would be just people gifting me stuff, and that's not really what I want to have on the server. So yeah. Alright, and I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so we have all the grr bandage and the dump tires now, so we can head back to the Darken office and complete a few quests. I mean, of course, as I said in the beginning, we can't complete the grr bandage quest, and of course we can't complete the dump tire quest, but we can complete the Poist Boar and the Rennikin quest, because those are for level 78 and 81. So we can complete those and get at least some experience. I think the Poist Boar quest wasn't really that smart of a decision, because when I collected those items I was, I think, 82. So the quest is for 78. I don't think it really gives us that much experience now, but it only took like, not really sure how long did it took. I think the Poist Boar actually took the longest time, maybe because of the level difference. I think it was 20 to 25 minutes. It wasn't really that long. I also toyed around a little bit, killed a giant and stuff like that, so I don't really count this time. Chittler needs you to collect Poist Boar for his mushroom farm. Will you help? Of course. And a new yo-yo. An acrobat master needs you to gather a Rennikin to make a new yo-yo. Will you help? Sure. An acrobat master? Who the hell plays acrobat? That's a lie. Wow. Okay, I was wrong actually. The Poist Boar quest gave us 12%. Okay, so it was totally worth it to do. Nice. And the Rennikin should give us like 16? Wait a minute? Wait a minute? Am I imagining things, so that we just get 21% for a quest for level 80? I have to look that up right now. Okay, so by the way, the BGM is way too low. Someone in my stream made me notice this. So I looked it up. It's 20%, like every office quest is 20% at the quest level, so for Rennikin it would be 81. So I'm not really sure what is happening. It could be the case that actually the current... but it wouldn't make... I'm not really sure. Maybe they changed the XP rate for Play Park, because I finished those quests on the newest German server, which is called Riot, which launched in October after the Bora transfer. So every region got a new server, France, European servers like Clockworks, and also the US servers. Every region got their own new server, and I played there. I'm still playing there, and I also completed those quests, and they all gave the exact amount they should give. So this is the first one which isn't giving the amount that it should. Also the Mushpang quest gave, Mushboy quest gave way too much experience. So I'm assuming they either changed how much XP those quests give to make them more attractive to players, or they actually let the experience event, have an impact on the quest system. But actually I'm doubting that, because it's a free time experience event. On level 81 you get 20%. So if it would really be 3 times as much, I mean, of course we're not talking about percentage, it's just like a written number which is exactly 20% at 81, and if you completed it with 83 you get the exact amount of experience, but it's not exactly 20% anymore, because on 83 you need more XP, so it's not 20, it's like 18, whatever. But if that amount would be tripled, then I should have gotten like 40%, 48% or something like that, so it should be way more than 21. Or it's exactly 20.80. It was exactly 20.80. Or maybe it's just a small... I don't know. I'm really confused actually. I've never experienced that. And I'm playing Flyff since the day of dawn. No, but for real, I played it a lot, and I also completed the office quests a lot, so I'm not really sure what's happening. It's really confusing. Maybe some of you can explain it to me, because you're playing on the Playpark server, or it's actually a bug which may occur or may not occur, I don't know. But yeah, that's really weird, and I'm really confused. But whatever the case may be, I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for the support, and also pass by in my stream. I know I'm speaking German, but don't be afraid, just ask something and I will always switch to English, answer your question, and then switch back to German. So yeah, and with that being said, thanks for watching, see you in the next video, and peace out.